Hello and welcome back to another video. So today it's just going to be a quick little channel update kind of thing. Basically, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I've moved up to university, things have changed, and it's just worth putting out a quick video to explain what's going on, what some of my plans are, and yeah, just the general state of the game. So first of all, we've got the topic of university. Now, university is quite the thing. I'm in third year now, which means big projects and lots of work. And, learning a lot of things. Just in case anyone's curious, the modules I'm doing this year are concurrent programming, which is actually kind of really enjoyable to me, oddly enough. Then also game engine architecture, which will eventually culminate in us making a game engine, which is terrifying. And then there's an agile project in which we will, over the course of two fortnight-long sprints, make a OpenGL renderer that works with Android. So yeah, that's the fun stuff. Now, the less fun element of that is that it does take a lot of time to learn everything, and the other thing that I do which takes a lot of time is YouTube. Yeah, so it's been a fun balancing act so far, and it's going to be an even more fun balancing act as I move on. Typically, YouTube takes from, I'd say, 6 to 8 hours a day. Sometimes that's 9 or 10 on a really busy day. What I like to do is I try to work ahead, a decent amount. And, those big, those kind of, like, countdown videos, sometimes they takes 12 hours, it's a lot of time. So that kind of all adds up a bit strange with the old university life stuff. So the plan is, it's going to be at the very least one video a day consistently. I've only missed a few days in the last year and a quarter, year and a half, whatever, and I don't intend on, letting you guys down and missing loads of days of videos. So that won't happen, but what will happen is, you will more often see that there will be one video per day on the channel. Now, being able to focus on a solid just one video per day means that, in general, I can just try to ensure that I cover all the big topics, all the really interesting stuff. Sometimes, like, if I do smaller videos, it'll probably just be 2 smaller videos in the same day covering, just little few-minute topics, like maybe just showing some random thing in the beta that doesn't have a lot of depth to it. But all in all, it's just going to be me focusing on doing kind of, videos that are worth watching and making sure there is at least one per day. That is the current goal. Now, the other thing that university impacts is streaming. I love streaming. It's a lot of fun, actually, but it takes up time, and the way it works is that a 2-hour stream really, you can't really do YouTube videos after a stream because you're a bit mentally drained, and it's hard to just, like, when your voice is tired and your brain's kind of tired because you've been thinking of, what to say on your feet for 2 hours. It's just hard to work on YouTube videos after a stream, and it's hard to stream, after doing YouTube videos. So really, a 2-hour stream does take a lot more than kind of 2 hours of productivity out of my day, and really just comes down to the, the maths that doing a stream versus doing a YouTube video, well, the YouTube video is going to win out. I think it's pretty apparent that YouTube's the main thing that I do, so in terms of streaming, I would ideally like to be able to do at least one per week. I'm going to try to work to that schedule. But that's generally the sort of thing to expect, and I just think that's the most healthy balance of things, because, hey, balances are important, and if I don't balance things right, then everything's going to fuck up and the whole house of cards will fall down on top of me, which would be, not fun at all, because, yeah, wouldn't be fun. Now, the other thing to talk about is the explosion in channel growth, in terms of, like, every metric, which has really kind of confused me. So views over the last 2 months have, like, doubled. I got 1 million in the last 30 days, which is, what? It's insane. That kind of surprises me, it's great, I mean, first of all, like, giant thank you to everyone who's decided the channel's worth, like, I don't know, putting a few minutes of your day into or whatever. Subscribers are way up as well. It's just overall, a really nice time, and I think that's doubly so why it's just going to be really important that I find a good balance so that I don't squander this opportunity, so I don't mess up YouTube, because now that a lot of people have decided to follow the channel, I really want to just make sure that everything that goes up is good and is worth watching and all that stuff. I think really the main reason why the channels went so big is a bunch of my videos have went quite viral. Those kind of countdown-ish videos, which is interesting. The way I approach those countdown videos, I'll give you a little insider thing about how I do these. I basically write out a full-on essay about whatever topic it is. So for an example, I think one that did well was the reasons why I think WoD is better than MOP. So when I was originally doing that video, I just wrote, a few thousand words, whatever, on just breaking down reasons and things like that. And after that, I basically just split those into kind of points, then I refine them so that it flows well, so that the video feels a bit more snappy, but still is able to maintain the kind of depth, because I don't really want to do a 5-minute long countdown video or something like that, because I feel like that's just me regurgitating a press release. It's like Blizzard would say, oh yes, these are all the reasons why it's better. I don't feel like it's my job to regurgitate that without adding something. So I think that the reason why those countdown videos have done so well is because, well, I don't know, it's like I've sort of added more than just saying, oh yes, here's point A, B, C, and D, and maybe that's panned out well. Whatever. What happened is they went pretty viral. Oddly enough, at one point, they were, or one or two of them were actually outranking the Warlords of Draenor cinematic on YouTube, which blew my mind. The cinematic is far more worthy of that #1 spot than anything I'd make, because it really is the best cinematic I think they've ever made. It's so cool. Yeah, so that's what's going on with the channel growth. It's really great. I'm really happy. Hopefully it's going to mean that I can just sort of spend more time making sure everything that happens on the channel is, you know, good, right, etc. And yeah, now I'm rambling. Can you notice? Which is fine. I mean, come on, it's a random vlog video with a camera. I'm allowed to ramble, and jump cuts are terrible, so I'm not going to do that. Alright, so ironically enough, I just had to do a jump cut because, hey, noisy cunts in the house. Yeah, anyway, so what I was going to cover was that, basically a lot of people have been wondering what the hell's going to be going on with the channel after the Warlords of Draenor launch. You see, pre-WoD beta, the channel had like, what, 22,000 subscribers, now it's at 37.5, so a lot of people aren't really going to know what I do when there's not a beta going on. So this is a pretty good time to talk about it. Well, first of all, when WoD launches, you'll get a month of just guides, coverage, all that stuff. And in addition to that, you'll also get all the latest from the PTRs, and also, of course, daily news, or at least maybe 2 or 3 times a week news. One of the things that used to be a staple of the channel was Warcraft Daily. Guess what? That was kind of me thinking, oh yeah, Azeroth Daily, that was the thing I enjoyed. No one makes that anymore. How about I make it? That was great while there was a full-on patch cycle in Mists of Pandaria, but now in, well, you know, with the 1-year gap with Siege of Orgrimmar, the show kind of died off because there was nothing to talk about. So I might bring that back in a sort of 2 to 3 times a week kind of schedule, maybe up the production a little bit. In terms of other content, though, that will be going on after the Warlords of Draenor launch, let's see, as I said, PTR stuff. Then also, I like to do lore, I like to do just random guides on things that I think are cool, and really just everything. You know, I do a lot. I play nearly every element of the game. Yes, I even dabble in PvP from time to time. So you'll just expect lots of coverage and really a bit more variety. That's what I'll probably be shooting for, because I want to enjoy more parts of the game myself, so it just makes sense that I bring that to the videos. So yeah, that's what will be going on for the WoD launch and then the post-launch period. I'll just play it by ear though, we'll have to see how things go with time, scheduling, etc. But really that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.